Hey, welcome to the Sunday preview for this Sunday coming up, the 30th Sunday of the year. And we have a neat little reading from St. Mark's Gospel about Jesus in Jericho. And it goes like this. As Jesus was leaving Jericho with his disciples and a sizable crowd, Bartimaeus, a blind man, the son of Timaeus, sat by the roadside begging. On hearing that it was Jesus of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, "Jesus, son of David, have pity on me." And many rebuked him, telling him to be silent. But he kept calling out all the more, "Son of David, have pity on me." Jesus stopped and said, "Call him." So they called the blind man, saying to him, "Take courage, get up. Jesus is calling you." He threw aside his cloak, sprang up, and came to Jesus. Jesus said to him in reply, "What do you want me to do for you?" The blind man replied to him, "Master, I want to see." Jesus told him, "Go your way. Your faith has saved you." Immediately he received his sight and followed him along the way. The Gospel of the Lord. Well, is it just one more healing, one more cure by Jesus? By now, healing a blind man and blindness is pretty much old hat for Jesus. But I think this is a story on another level of the requirements for a miracle. What goes into a miracle? What is it on our part that we need to have? Where did this blind man sitting by the side of the road as a beggar ever get the idea that Jesus would be able to do something for him? I've always felt like that blind man, having been in Jericho, it was the site of another amazing miracle of Jesus, where he got Zacchaeus, the wealthy man, a man of short stature, to come down from that tree. And Zacchaeus was somebody hated by everyone, right? And everybody resented him for his wealth. And he was scorned. And Jesus said, "Come down out of the tree. I must stay at your house today." And having been a tax collector, he was despised by everyone. But he stood in front of Jesus and said, "Lord, I give half my goods to the poor, and if I've defrauded anyone, I'll pay him back fourfold." And that was a great miracle of Jesus, right? That he was able to call somebody who was a hardened sinner to a change of life, a total change of direction. And imagine the impact that had on that town of Jericho, and how the word probably got to that blind man, that Jesus could change the hardest heart, and that Jesus could convert the most hopeless sinner in the entire town. Jesus could become a friend of the person who was the most despised in the entire town. And when that story got to that blind man, he probably thought to himself, if Jesus can change Zacchaeus, he can probably snap his fingers and give me back my sight. And he realized too that no ordinary person could ever convert somebody like Zacchaeus. He had to be the Son of God, the Son of David, the Messiah. And that's why that blind man calls out, "Jesus, Son of David, have pity on me." If we want a miracle in our lives, we've got to have that same kind of faith to call upon Jesus as Son of David. And we've got to remember that once Jesus does come through for us, we have to do just like this blind man. We have to follow him. We have to be his disciple. We have to go with him. We have to stay close to him. We have to live the rest of our days in gratitude and thanksgiving. And that's what this blind man by the side of the road had his life changed that day, and he followed Christ. How about you?